Hey guys, how you doing? Gonna do a little Fallout 4 tips and tricks. Just some random, uh, just some random things that I think that you might need to know, and that might help your gameplay, make you have a little bit more fun. Tip number one: have a build, have a plan. It'll be obvious for some of you. It might not be obvious for others. You need to know where you're going. And so when I say that, even if you don't have a specific hard, I mean, some people are going to have a plan, and it's going to be perfectly planned out level by level. I'm going to take this perk, I'm going to put a perk point into this ability, into this special ability. And that's great. Definitely do that if you feel like it. But if you don't, in terms of having a plan for leveling up, just pick one weapon type. Okay? If you like pistols, go gunslinger. Pistols work, especially on normal. On normal, any weapon type will do. Don't worry about it. On higher difficulties, the pistols aren't as good out of VATS. You can make some really strong VATS gunslinger builds that are really sick, but you have to know how to build them. Fudge Muppet has a really good gunslinger guide for how to build crazy pistol VATS builds. I don't like VATS, so I don't I don't have his level of expertise when it comes to. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You go in here and you take the skills that make VATS better. You'll need perception. You'll need agility. Yada yada yada. But my tip is pick a weapon type. Pick pick gunslinger and stick to it, or pick rifleman and stick to it, or don't do Iron Fist. I mean, yeah, on normal you're fine, but pick Big Leaguer. Okay, Big Leaguer's a good one. For starting players, for your first playthrough, fully automatic is kind of hard to pull off. Okay, you're going to be ammo starved unless you're a really good shot. If you're really skilled, or if you're using VATS, you can probably get away with it. And heavy gunner, it's really hard as a first time player to pull off heavy gunner. Decide if you're going to use companions or not. Okay. I hate companions. I despise them. Maybe you love companions. If you like companions, you're gonna want which one is it? Yes, inspirational. So you're gonna want to start with a charisma of 7, get the charisma bobblehead, and then grab inspirational. You're really gonna want this. And then if you look at the higher levels, they do more damage, and that last one, I don't know. I don't know, but definitely the first rank, probably the second rank. So you're gonna want it, inspirational. So know where you're going. Understand how important crafting is in this game. If you're going to use guns, you'll need gun nut. If you're gonna use blacksmith melee weapons, you're gonna need blacksmith. And if you're gonna use energy weapons, God help you, because energy weapons are gimp. Again, if you're playing normal, you're fine, but you're playing suboptimally. So I'm just keeping it real, okay? But you will need science to mod up your energy weapons. If you're gonna do stealth, if you like stealth, then grab. You're going to want sneak. You're going to want Mr. Sandman. You're going to want ninja. Okay? If you don't like sneaking or don't want to sneak on this playthrough, then skip it. It's your nickel. Okay? But have a plan. Know where you're going. Know what you're doing. Don't take shit you don't need, because you're going to need every single perk point to 50. Really, you really are, because there's things in here. Locksmith. You have to get locksmith, man. You can't skip it. It's so important. You want hacker if you like power armor, because a lot of the better power armor suits are hidden behind locked terminals. You're going to want bloody mess. Great perk. Idiot savant, absolutely a must-have. Fantastic perk. Better criticals, must-have. Fantastic perk. Local leader. You need this for settlements. Okay. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you find some way to do settlements. Okay, strongback. This is really helpful over here. You know, you got limited capacity. Picking shit up is a major part of the game. Some people have snarkily called Fallout 4 a loot collection simulator or a garbage collection simulator, and there's there's a certain amount of truth to that. It is true a little bit. You know. So have a plan. Okay. Tip number 2. Build settlements, man. Build settlements. There is a bucket load of XP in the building system. I have a video on my wedding cake settlement design that I use. I like running and managing and getting the settlements rocking. I'm not really that big on making them look pretty or cool, or it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me, you know. But I do like the functionality that that settlements grant you. And let me tell you something. I have 155,000 caps, and I buy ammo like crazy. You know, I clear them out. I go in and however many, you know, I buy them out on 5mm, I buy them out on 7.62, I buy them out on 45. I don't even bat an eye. These settlements are cranking the caps for me. Okay, every time I come in here, I just go to miscellaneous. I just grab this one. But we could go to one of my other settlements I haven't checked in a while. I've picked up 2,700 caps before. Okay, and I just bounce around from settlement to settlement. You need to put up these shops. So I've got 3, and they generate income based on how many shops you have and the population of your settlement. They also, some of them add to your happiness. So if you're trying to get the happiness thing going, but Oxhorn has some great guides on settlement happiness. He really understands that system. He understands it better than I ever have. So, but build settlements, guys. If you're playing this game and not building settlements, you're tying a hand behind your back. You really are. And I think it's fun. When it comes to settlements, there are only 2 sentry guns that are worth the shit. No, fuck off. The heavy machine gun turret, build those early, and then eventually make missile turrets. Okay? Now, be very careful where you place these missile turrets. They're very powerful. They have a lot of splash damage, and they will do as much damage to your stuff and your settlers as they will to the attacking bad guys. So try to put them along axis, the axes of attack. Try to put them near spawn points. There's videos on various spawn points for settlements. You can also learn these spawn points as you play the game. But those are your sentry guns. I don't build any other defensive structures. I don't use. That's funny right there. I don't use sentry guard post things. I don't care about animals for protection and all that other. I just now arm your settlers. That is a very big deal. Okay, you want to get your settlers armed with 1 Molotov cocktail or 1 frag grenade. You want to give them the best gun you can pick up. Do not craft guns for your settlers. You will go broke. It'll burn up all your adhesive, okay? And then I'll show you here. Shit, 600 caps. I didn't do anything. I'm just walking around, okay? You see a settler just standing around. Put him in some armor. Give him a decent gun, okay? Don't craft it though. See this guy here? Dude, stop. Come here. You son of a bitch. I'm trying to show what this son of a bitch has. There we go. Just looking to trade a little. Okay. And then now you have to do T. Hit the T key to equip and unequip. See it popping in and out on him. Give him a decent weapon. You have to give him 1 round for that weapon, unless it's 38. Okay? And then give him a Molotov cocktail or a frag grenade. And you have to do T to equip it. And so all of my settlers are all armed similarly. This guy needs a left leg. Make sure all your settlers are assigned. Make sure they have jobs. Scavenging stations are your friend. Okay? They're cheap to build. They're very productive. Okay? Isn't that funny? I don't really care so much about the the happiness. I just think it's funny as shit to come in here and see him spinning around on that pommel horse. That's some funny shit right there. Okay. Oh, okay. So, and let me. I just dumped my junk. No, don't look at my junk. Component view. Do you know what component view is? If you don't know, you need to know. Okay. Very important. Okay, so go to your inventory. Look at your junk. Stop looking at my junk. Okay, so this is item view. Press C, and voila. That's what they're made of. Okay? And then you can do Q to tag them for search. That's why those things glow. Tag oil, tag adhesive, ceramic, circuitry. Okay? These are all very important commodities. Copper. Copper can... I usually don't have a big problem with copper, but it's thin on the ground. So keep copper in your component view. Now, when you're out moving around and you're walking and you're exploring, hit Q. Just tap Q every once in a while. It'll lock on to any nearby opponents. Okay? And it'll alert you. You're sometimes you're wondering, oh God, I hope I don't accidentally wander up on a bad guy. Well, hit Q. There's a frag mine over there. I placed that frag mine because I'm a smart ass. Okay, so as you walk around, hit Q, and then every once in a while crouch and just see. Have you been detected? Are you under caution? Are you hidden? That'll let you know if somebody's tracking you, following you. Okay, and as you can see, my settlements are kind of ugly. So, but I want to show you how much money this settlement probably has. I think 650. I didn't do anything for it. Didn't earn it. Okay, so local leader. You need local leader to form a supply route. That is my supply route. Different people have different thoughts on the structure of their supply routes. Let me show you here. So what I do is my first guy, I like robots. I think robots make really good traders for supply routes. You build the robot, tell the robot to follow you, then dismiss the robot, and then build the robot, tell the robot to follow you, and then fast travel to the settlement you want to set up a supply route from. I do mine from, okay? And so the sanctuary one, I built a robot, had him follow me, and then I dismissed him immediately to sanctuary. And then I very quickly held down the V key, opened up the workshop, targeted him, and once you have local leader 1, you'll see hit Q for supply route. You hit Q, window pops up, it has all your settlements, pick the settlement you want. In this case, I would send him to Red Rocket and tell him go. So now, Sanctuary and Red Rocket share their inventory. Connect them all, and they all share one big, massive inventory. That's the point of supply routes, okay? They're absolutely fantastic. You must get local leader for settlements, for settlement building, okay? Really, really important. Now, that being said, let me open up. Go on, there you go. Watch how many of these things I can build. Let me come over here and just go floors. 446 shack floors. I have 6,348 wood, 892 steel. That's in all my settlements. They're all collected together into one communal inventory for building. Okay. Now, tip number 2. Oh, I can't do empower. Okay. So, there's 2 very important things you need to be able to construct with chemistry stations and cooking stations. Scroll down to utility, cutting fluid. Look what it turns into, 3 oil. Boom. You'll need acid, which you'll see I have marked for search for collection, and bone. Bone, 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 bone. Very, 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 very important to pick up every single piece of bone you see. You will be swimming in oil with cutting fluid. And I can just sit here and just crank it. And I get XP. And I can make all the cutting fluid I want. Right? And now I have a shit ton more oil. Now, that's for oil. Now go to your cooking station. Go to utility, vegetable starch. Now this is why all my settlements are configured to make corn, mutfruit, and potatoes. So I can make vegetable starch. That's 5 adhesive. One of the rarest commodities that you're going to try to collect. And you can just sit here. Now, you notice all of these use purified water. You're going to want to overproduce your purified water. Make sure, especially over at the castle. The castle is a great place to overdo the purified water. You know, go ahead and flop down 2 of those 20 baggers so that you've got 40. We'll put all my junk in there. So that you've got 40 purified water over there. Okay? So, there's that. Let me see. What's another? Okay, so here's a debate. Power armored or no power armor? You know, it's tough. I used to, when I first started playing, I sweared by power armor. Then I started messing around with regular armor, and you are stealthier in regular armor. But once you're maxing stealth, and once you've really cranked the agility, you're pretty darn stealthy, even in power armor. And power armor is damn good at protecting you. And you watch how close I can get to these rad stags here in power armor. Not in power armor. Huh? Huh? That's pretty good. I got my sneak attacks, you know? I have had feral ghouls bump into me in power armor. So there's a lot that goes into the stealth calculation in this game, and the ambient lighting, and how heavy you are, how much shit you're carrying, and yada 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 yada. And so, man, I don't know. If you're gonna go in regular armor, I strongly recommend that you go with with 2 acrobats, okay? And then this way you will take no falling damage. Now you can get that just by wearing power armor. I can jump off any height I want, you know? There are some, I think there's a couple of bloat flies over here. Let me see if I can show you how stealthy I am, even in power armor. So there he is. Okay, I got him. Now watch this guy. He's looking for me. He's looking. He's looking. He ain't found shit. Now, that's pretty stealthy. And see, he's looking. He's trying to find me. He's looking all over the place. That's Idiot Savant, by the way. And so, yes, you are stealthier especially if you wear the shadowed and the chameleon and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely, you're stealthier. But how much stealth do you need? And let me show you what I can do in my power armor. Whee! That is damn handy. That is... Where'd it go? Okay, let me see here. Here we go. Okay, so jetpack. I have a jetpack on my XO1 Mark 6. I believe that's Science 4. So I think. I'm not sure. Check me on that one. But man, that jetpack is handy. You can get to all kinds of cool places over in Boston that you cannot reach without that jetpack. And that is something you cannot do in normal armor without mods. So, you know, early game, when you're starved for fusion cores, sure, I get it. You know, you can't use power armor that often. But shit, man, I'm sitting on, fuck, I don't even know how many I got left here. I got a bunch of fusion cores. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm sitting on 126. 129, and I use this jetpack anytime I feel like it. And I don't have nuclear physicist, which is the one that makes your fusion cores last longer. Another tip: always fast travel crouched, so that you come in stealth. It can give you that little extra edge when you get. Sometimes they will spawn you in with enemies right on top of you or really close. Let me see. Any other general tips? I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. I'm senile. Oh, somebody's shooting at somebody. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's my trader, which means I'm going to have to be careful. Although those are bloat flies, so probably doesn't need my help. Well, there you go. Let me see. I told you about the component view, and I told you about oil and adhesive. I got a video on salvaging and junk that I should put up. I'll look into that. Let me see. I guess a general tip would be... that's my dog. Anyway, I gotta wrap it up. See y'all later.